Say hello to the poor man's Boxster, the plastic Porsche. This is Chrysler's concept, the Pronto Spyder, and Chrysler are calling it a pop bottle car. That's because it's made from the same kind of plastics as this, which means that it's very, very affordable, and it can also be recycled. So if they ever do decide to make it, it could be a true E-type for the future, where the E stands for environmental.
Well, the technology is going to involve a lot of invention. I mean, that's the road that any new technology travels. You see something that is initially in concept very promising. And that's where we are right now. This looks very promising. It's injection molded, easy for you to say, injection molded in large pieces, inner and outer that are glued together in such a way that you form box sections that are the strength of the vehicle. But we've got to go through a process that confirms all of that makes sure that it's got the right amount of rigidity, the right amount of crush, the right amount of structure where it needs to be structural and collapsing where it needs to collapse, the right amount of resistance to sun, resistance to cold, resistance to all these various kinds of things. And we're in the process of doing that.
I mean, you're saying that this is truly the affordable sports car. I've called it the E-type for the next millennium, where the E stands for the environmental, really.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, but how affordable will it be? I mean, how much do you think this would cost?
The savings come from a number of places. Just in the plastic body, which is primarily what we're talking about here, you're saving from a manufacturing standpoint a huge amount of the assembly plant. Right now, the assembly plant has this vast area that's dedicated to making the metal body not corrode. So you use galvanized panels, and then you have dip tanks that put various coatings on them, and primer dip tanks, and then you take it through a paint booth and you have all that paint sprayed on it. Then you take it to a baking oven where you bake and cure the paint, and basically all of that is gone. So from an assembly process point of view, you've just saved a lot of money. The paint itself that you use, I'm not sure how many gallons on that car, but 5, 6, 7 gallons of paint. And the paint is running anywhere from $80 to $150 a gallon. I mean, this is expensive paint. And that's just the paint, not the e-coat and the primer and so on. So there's a lot of money to be saved and a lot of cost to be drawn out of it if we can make this work.
Just one thing, I mean, if I was involved in a crash,
yeah,
I think I'd rather have steel around me than a plastic.
Well, let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
If your heart went bad and you had an artificial heart put in, would you rather it be steel or plastic?
Plastic.
Really? So when your life really depends on it, you'd rather have plastic?